Magic stomped the Hawks. You know what? No music, no fanfare. You just got the Pich here on a wrap up. The sound, it's not the best. The video quality, man, I can't tell you all the things I just had to do to try to get a wrap up on here because I needed to get in. And Kyle is in Mexico City for some reason. Don't get me started. I don't know why anyone would want to visit a country where people are trying to get out, but he's there. So he didn't watch the game live. He does know what happened, and he cannot help me with any of this recording stuff that I do not know anything about. And I used to be able to go live on YouTube pretty easily, click a button, get live. That's what I was thinking about doing. Kyle suggested it, and I was like, all right. And it was looking for all these plugins and all these things, and I'm like, I just need to record some video and then put it on YouTube here. I don't know why. It used to be easy. I know how to do it easily with my phone, but I'm trying to do it from the home studio here. Man, you know what? Look at this man up here. It's shiny. The light is so bright. The lights were bright on Cole Anthony tonight. Let's just get into this game. Can we? It's just unbelievable play by the supporting cast of the Orlando Magic here tonight. And that's what this team needs to win, right? Like, we're not going to win a lot of flashy games all the time, but man, we started out really well. Great first quarter. Buckets dropping for people. You know what? Wendell Carter. I'm starting off with some Wendell Carter here today because I talk a lot of shit about Wendell Carter. He played like a man today. Now, I think it's probably because he wasn't intimidated by their other inside players. But, man, he was playing like a dog in there today. And you know what? Since I'm giving out praise to guys I normally don't praise, number one, I see you. I see you out there doing stuff, catching lobs, rebounding like a mother. I got to tell you, Isaac was boxing people out, got a foul call when somebody was jumping over his back. I mean, just doing work inside, and that's impressive. That's the kind of stuff that you need to see from those guys. Where's that effort been all year long, boys? That's what we need. Just because the Hawks are kind of inferior on the interior, check that out, doesn't mean that, okay, you can muscle up and be that heavy against all teams. That was an impressive effort from those guys on the middle and the inside. Of course, if you have Anthony in your name, not just Cole, Anthony Black, what a spark this guy brought to the team today. That's incredible. And look, this guy was just in Trae Young's shorts to the point where he frustrated him enough, blocking that shot attempt, not getting that foul call when he threw up a stupid three-pointer, just trying to get a foul call. I mean, Trae Young is a hot garbage. I don't know why anyone in Orlando would want this guy here. He's not a good vibe guy, and doing that to get kicked out at the end of the game shows exactly the character of guy you're getting right there. He's got one of the worst haircuts in the NBA, maybe in NBA history. If they had a top 75 team of bad hair, Trae Young is going to be a part of that. You don't want that guy on your team. He can shoot. Yep, he can score, but he turns the ball over a lot, and he just doesn't seem like a winning player right now. I think that one little run took his team to the Eastern Conference Finals when they didn't belong. I think that was it. He needs more of a team around him. To be fair, not a great team around Trae Young right now, but I don't like his attitude. I don't think he'd be a good fit with us. On a team that just lives and survives on vibes, that guy would throw off all the vibes. And look, we've gotten this far into the intro, and we have not talked about Paulo and Franz Wagner. And you know what? That's a disservice to Mr. Paulo Banchero, who was distributing early in this game, not necessarily eating himself, but finding open men down low, getting it to Wendell, getting it to Isaac, and just an impressive way for him and Franz to be in this game tonight. I'm pulling up the box score on my phone. Paulo ends with 17 points, 7 assists, 9 boards. I mean, he did most of his damage in the first half when we really started to pull away. And sadly, the Hawks came back in this thing because the Magic did what the Magic do, because Magic gonna Magic, and they're going to stink in the third quarter, and they stunk in the third quarter. And you know what? Magic also going to Magic. Kind of stunk from three tonight, but luckily they stunk more. Let's go to the overview. I think they only had 4. Yeah, they had 4 3-point field goals tonight. We had 11. That's a big difference. But look, we survived a bad third quarter, bounced back with a huge fourth quarter. Cole Anthony getting unconscious, getting silly, hitting from everywhere. Let's take a look. Cole Anthony leads us in scoring with 26 points, ladies and gentlemen. That was what Kyle said to me. He said, "Oh my God, Cole Anthony had 26 points." It's like, yeah, you heard? Do you know? Paulo not effective shooting tonight. 4 of 13, 0 of 3 from 3-point land. Caldwell Pope 1 of 7 from 3. He was open a lot early and missed them. Franz 0 for 5 from 3, only 6 of 15 from the field, just 13 points for Franz. I mean, if Franz is only going to get 13 and Paulo's going to get 17, as an opposing team, you got to assume if you hold these guys to 30 points together, you're winning that game. But they didn't win that game because the Hawks didn't have enough offense of their own. AB, again, like we said, 16 points for him, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, and let me check it. Yes, 3 for 3 from three-point land. That's what you need. Cole Anthony, 4 for 9 from three-point land. That's the kind of efforts that you need from these guys. And Wendell, let's give him the flowers. 19 points, 2 assists, and 7 boards for him. Shot 8 of 12 tonight. Fantastic. Was 1 for 3 from three-point land. Still likes to shoot that three-pointer and just kind of hang out there. You're not hitting those a lot, so maybe follow your shot. Go get it. That's my one critique on him tonight. He played well. Going to lay low on him. Just an impressive team effort. The squad stepped up tonight, so the Stars didn't have to carry the load. Most of this second half of the season, since Franz and Paulo have been back, they've been carrying the load. So it was nice to see the supporting cast step up tonight and find a way. And I love that Mose decided, hey, Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, you guys are playing well. Finish this out. Stay out there. We're not going to come back with KCP just because. Play who's hot, play what's going. That's what's going to work for us. That's the kind of way that our team needs to play. And aside from that third really kind of being shitty, this is the way we can win games with good defense. Just really getting in their guys' shorts. I mean, I don't find the Hawks to be that impressive a team offensively after Trae Young. I just don't know what they've got to bring to the table. Let's go ahead. We'll take a look at their stat line. Why not? Gay with 12 points, Trae Young with a 28. Okongwu had a modest 11 this game. I know he went off recently against us, but he was modest. 15 points for Niang off the bench, which is annoying, right? I mean, this guy, I don't know what country he's from, but he should just go back there and teach literature to blind children or something. I don't know why he's playing in the NBA, but he finds ways to score. It's kind of crazy. He hit that buzzer beater at the end of the third. Really kind of capped off a great third quarter for them. They should have really capitalized on that. They had a lot of momentum in that third quarter, but they just could not withstand. And then that's when Cole Anthony came in and shut things down. He was the only one that was doing stuff for us during that period when we really needed it. So this is a good team win. We've had a lot of wins lately where it's carried by one or two guys, but I feel like it was a good effort from a lot of guys. And even though Franz didn't shoot it well, if Paulo didn't shoot it well, other guys stepped up, and I feel like they stopped forcing shots when they realized things weren't happening for them. And, that's the kind of victory you love to see. Did it stop? I feel like maybe this stopped. Hang on. Skype is popping up. Nope. Okay. Skype's not part of this. I tried to record on Skype earlier, just like I was saying, and for some reason you can never close Skype. It always keeps popping up thinking that you're in the middle of a call or trying to do something. I have no idea. Maybe I am. I at one point I was pretty tech savvy. I had my own TV show back in the day, and I learned how to use some video editing software, and I can do some things. Things have changed so much in the past 10, 15 years that now I just feel like I'm starting over from scratch, and I'm confused by a lot of things. And you know what? I'm going to play my old man card here. I'm 45. I'll be 46 the next month, and I feel like this is a good time to play that card. You get to play it occasionally. Also, I groan when I sit down sometimes, so these are things that happen when you get old. There's other things popping up right now. I tried downloading another program that I could add on, so that's popping up and telling me, oh, I can't run on your computer, so I'm glad I found another way, because otherwise I would have just been super frustrated by that. But anyway, this is a great game from the Magic. I actually was so excited. I watched the post-game on YouTube live with a six-man show. You guys should follow them, watch their show, watch their content. It's a good time. Got into the chat, got into it with people. Just wanted to let people know Trae Young's a clown. Do not want this guy in Orlando. Stop wanting that. And in general, most Orlando Magic fans, you all want somebody on our team that's dumb. Or you all want it so, you all want Anthony Simons so bad. Get off it already, okay? I mean, it's not that he's not a decent young player, but I don't think he's putting us over the top. I mean, he can score the basketball, so I'm interested because I love scoring, and we don't do it that often. But let's pump the brakes on trying to give away a lot for a guy who's, mid. I mean, he scores a lot of points because he's playing with the Blazers without Dame, so someone's got to score on that team. I'm not trying to knock him as a player. I'm just saying I don't think he's the guy to get us over the hump. I want us to make a little bit bigger swing. and make some changes still. This game is an anomaly, I feel like, because not often are we going to get to shoot that poorly from three, not have our top two leading scorers lead us and be two of our top two scorers. We can't have Cole and Wendell leading us most games. And you're not going to get the other team to make only 4 3-pointers in a game. That's just not a realistic thing in today's modern NBA. It doesn't happen that often. I know our defense is really good, but I'm just trying to keep it real here. Still a good win for Orlando, a good win for the fan base, right? You got a good win at home. Now you got some time to rest because the Celtics are coming up. That's right, the Celtics. I'm finally talking about it. I hate the Celtics. I lived in Boston for 6 years. I used to like the Celtics when I was a kid. In fact, the first time I went on the Magic court was in a Boston Celtics corduroy hat. Corduroy hats were in the 80s. You don't know. I didn't know any better back then, but I learned the ways of the Magic, and I put the Celtics right into that pile of Boston hate with all the other Boston teams that I hate. So I don't think this is going to go well for us, though, because I think the Celtics are going back-to-back. I don't think anyone's beating them. I think they should win the NBA championship probably pretty handily. I would kind of love to see the Lakers and the Celtics in the finals, which is not something I thought I'd normally say, but because of the Luka and LeBron versus the Celtics angle of it, I'm intrigued by that matchup if it happens. I'm pulling for that, I guess, if the Magic can't pull the upset. And I wouldn't bet on the Magic pulling the upset. I feel like we could probably get one of these first two games. The Celtics usually kind of come out a little slow, especially this little layoff they've had. I could see us maybe getting game 1 or 2 and really building the hopes for everybody, and everyone being like, I told you, Magic in 6. But, you want to keep your hope alive, that's cool. I would like for the Magic to win. I just don't think they're going to. So try to keep it measured. If I was betting, I would say Celtics in 5. This Magic team still's got a lot of holes, and I think the Celtics, with how deep they are probably going to expose that. Because we can't get in a 3-point shooting contest with the Celtics. That will not end well for us. And I know we've beaten them 2 out of the 3 times we played them this year, but they didn't have full squad then. Tatum didn't play in 2 of those games. You got to keep it real, Magic fans. Keep it real. All right? Let's root as if we want the Magic to win in 4, because that's what would be awesome. I would love that. That would sustain me for the rest of the calendar year for sure. If they could sweep the Boston side, it might sustain me for decades, as a matter of fact. But is it going to happen? No, I don't think so. I don't like that matchup for us. I didn't like the matchup against the Cavs if we fell to the 8 seed either. I just feel like we're missing enough pieces that we're not going to fulfill this year. I think you see how big a hole missing Mo Wagner is and Jalen Suggs for us, as far as spark and attitude and what they bring. And when Cole Anthony was out with his toe, we didn't have that spark or that scoring punch off the bench. We just didn't have enough depth. And I don't think we would be able to beat the Celtics in a series even if Mo and Jalen were here. But it would give me a better hope. I would think it'd be more like a 6 game, or maybe we could push them to 7, maybe. But we still need some more shooting to get over that hump. We need some more options that are going to be consistent on a regular basis. Tonight was nice because a lot of the stuff that normally doesn't go right for us did, even though we had a bad third and still shot the 3-ball poorly. But you're not always going to get them to shoot the 3-ball as poorly. And you're going to face teams that have a lot deeper rosters, that have more guys that can score on them, especially this Celtics team. They're so deep. I don't know if I've ever seen a deeper team. And then still, even as deep as they are, they'll still bring in some random white boy I've never heard of. He'll get some solid minutes, and he'll drop like 10 in 10 minutes. And I'll just be like, who the fuck is this guy? And have to go to Google and look up some dude who played at like Iowa State and be like, how is every player they put in effective somehow at this point when they have a deep roster? But that's the kind of team they've built there. To their credit, they've done a good job. And people always seem to compare us to them because of our building around wings, and they're building around Brown and Tatum. And you like to hope we can somehow get to that point. Our bench and our support staff is nowhere near what the Celtics support staff is. But to their credit, tonight they brought it. and I liked what I saw. And I love what I've been seeing from Anthony Black. I think he's really progressing nicely. Remember, he's a young player. Probably why Trey got so mad. This kid, I don't even think he can buy his own alcohol yet. And yeah, he's giving Trey Young fits to the point where he has to be a little bitch and not give the ball back to the referee and just leave the game. I mean, that's such a bad look for you. I don't understand why you'd want to do that as an NBA supposed to be like one of the star players of the NBA. And the NBA is looking for new faces for the future, and you could be one, but not when you pull stuff like that. It's just not great. Not a great look for the league. But, all right, I've rambled enough, even without a co-host, even though I've got stuff down here. I brought stuff here as a crutch because I thought if I need to talk or throw to somebody, I can at least throw to my man Stuff. But you know what, Stuff? You just stay silent, big cat. I got this. He's good. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the Magic. Thanks for supporting the Court Cousins, even though only one of them is here tonight. And I don't have all the music and all the fun garb as we go away. So just go look at some of the other videos, have fun, laugh. I'm going to be trying to cut up some shorts later, going through and trying to find – I know I figured out a way to be able to record stuff and try to cut stuff down. So I want to try to cut some funny moments from the show because a lot of our stuff tends to be long form. And I know everybody loves the short stuff. They don't want to click into an hour-long podcast or even a half-hour breakdown of something all the time. And I get that because I'm that way too. So we're going to try to cut some of that fun stuff up and make it shorter. But for now, nothing shorter about this season. It's going longer. We're going to Boston. We're shipping up to Boston, and hopefully we can get some W's and make the Celtics sweat. But a great win for the Magic tonight, beating the Hawks soundly. They almost threw it away in the third, but they came back hard. Cole Anthony is my player of the game. It shouldn't be a shock. Look at the button. Go, we love you too, even though you didn't get to play. He was probably sitting over there looking good. And tough loss for the Osceola Magic. Could not quite win the G League championship. They fell just short the other night. I've rambled enough. I've wasted enough of your time. Go do something else. Hit like first. Maybe subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell a cousin. Peace out.